So yes, once again, I am doing a video due to the fact that I am trying to fundraise some money for a cause. My YouTube channel, Terrible Sight, is loaded with comedy, missing persons, mystery, conspiracy theories, ghost hunting, political views, everything and anything you need for any type of facts of life, I pretty much have in my videos. I am a true historian and love to bring back ancient history. I also like to bring back stuff on crookedness. And today I'm going over an article due to the fact that in one day that a person illegally in the United States, and because of the fact that this person was having a baby with a husband on the way to the hospital, mind you, and due to the fact that this illegal immigrant was arrested and had left his wife in a squad car because of the simple fact that he had homicide charges on him, left her to drive herself to the hospital for a scheduled C-section. But, all in all, I know this might sound cruel, but all in all, and I'll say it again, I have endured so much in my life, especially homelessness and struggling to make money to keep my ends to meet. At the time with 2 children, 3, I got 4 children now, but 5 times being left to fend for myself, and try and keep a sane family life. Sometimes it just ain't sane. It ain't enough. And my kids are struggling through a poor, broken down school system, mind you, which the educational program that I think is failing due to the fact that I have 2 kids now struggling in school, and all they are doing is pushing them through and watching them try and make it through the school years, dramatically making me depressed because of the ways the system is ran throughout this country. And I mean, not to get thrown off track, but there's so much brokenness and people like me struggling just to, live life. And I mean, coming from a broken home and trying to keep my kids to the happiest of the fullest, because I don't want them to endure the life that I have led. I try my damnedest to keep them on top of things. And that's why I want to create this channel. Also to do videos, to educational videos to help people, mind you, let alone make people aware of stuff that just happens and it shouldn't even be happening. Stories like this. And when you got illegal immigrants getting everything handed to them for free, and you get drug users that get everything handed to them for free, but the educational system struggles to help your children of an overpopulated, generated system that is now, to me, broke. You know, things have to change. And in ways, I'm making this channel to write, not only to make my life a little bit better and living, so I can have my kids get through life without the suffering, sorrow, pain, and misery that I have gone through my life. You know, it's stories like these that make me sick. And with my channel, I am trying to make myself known to not only educate people with the street knowledge that I have, but also to bring forth a little bit of relief in the end to people and try and help them personally. I don't, you know, you can't get more clearer than that. But of course, my funds are very limited, and that's why I'm making this video and going to Gofundme so I can start raising money to raise to my channel so I can get on the right path of direction to start getting paid from YouTube to do the best I can in the future to try and maybe make a change in the world some way, somehow. You know, but when stories like this come up, and as it says in this, if you haven't already started reading it, these people were enraged, right? I get it. A pregnant lady trying to get to the hospital to have her child. All right, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Something should have been called in the meantime, but this arrest needed to be made. Now, they claim in this article that this person does not have a criminal record. This person does not have a, any terms of murder or homicide on his record. But due to the fact that people are blind and do not want to look into the broken system, how do you know this person doesn't have an alias name? How do you know this person doesn't have 5 other names he uses? How do you know? And if blood work comes up on, or any kind of evidence comes up on this person to be legit, then I'm sure for a fact, with no doubt and question of my mind, that these person or law officials did their homework and did not just arrest the man because of words on a piece of paper. I'm sure there's evidence to be shown. So being arrested and getting to my point of why I'm doing this video is the simple fact that a GoFundMe page was made for this person, and they had raised, within hours of this story, $7,000. $7,000. Now, I've been on GoFundMe when I started this, getting all kinds of reviews of people that have raised money for nonsense. Now, if this, before I go any further, and if this person does happen to prove his innocence, then I give my high regards and respects. But still, being an illegal immigrant and coming over here and cutting off all the other immigrants that are doing it legal, that wait 20 years to get a U.S. citizenship, that's still disrespectful to this country. And for people to let that happen, it's very disrespectful to me. I don't have no problems with a legal immigrant doing it legally, but illegally, illegally, and could have been charged for a homicide. All right, there's something very going wrong. This is not the first time GoFundMe has gotten people on their page raised for nonsense. And the one I like to use the most is a lady that went out on her birthday the day before her rent was due. And went out and decided to party up. Called an Uber. Didn't know the rates were high because she was probably so highly intoxicated. Got a $300 Uber charge. And then literally the next day woke up crying that, oh, I didn't get to pay my rent. Her rent was $400 and something. She had the money, but she went out and party, got an Uber ride, and spent all her money. Now, how irresponsible can you be to get that wasted, to not realize that Uber has different rate charges at different times of the moments is right? I mean, before you get into an Uber deal, you better read some of the, fine print before you start traveling in Uber. Believe me, I get it. It is I will give it as a very well-respected, ride and cab fare, besides getting all tangled up in some taxi driven. I've been through some horror stories through some taxi cabs, I can tell you that. But, just because there have been some dumb idiots doing some stupid things with Uber, but I'm sure it will be all cleared up and fixed in the future. But to mess up like this and then go to GoFundMe, rant and rave about Uber and their bad experience because your ignorance got you drunk, and then you lose all your rent money because you want to party and get an expensive ride home, and then cry about it, and then raise like $700 more than your rent, get extra money in cash to go out and do it all over again. But come on, how ridiculous is that? Raise money because you were irresponsible with your money, and people feel bad for you because you gave Uber a bad name because they have written down in their policies of money changing, and you didn't read all that. So that leads me to this: $7,000 to an illegal immigrant that could possibly be wanted in Mexico for homicide. Now, don't get me wrong. If he is innocent, he's innocent. I'll give him props on that. I'll leave it all alone. But for this to come up, and he's out here doing whatever he wants to do, gets away with murder, comes here and knocks up his wife, just to start a family, to get out of Mexico because he's running away from his problem that he just created, and then getting people feeling sorry for the wife and giving money. What about my poverty? I've been here legally, born and raised, and I've done nothing but to do my best to not rip off my Uncle Sam with my taxes. Every time I did my work, got my taxes in, did my job properly right, and yet now that I cannot work due to my kid's disability, and now my own disability because I went and tried to get a job with Uber, mind you. Oh, hell yeah. If anybody don't know, you can make up $1,200 a week driving for Uber. Yeah, that's right. And it's about a wonder why people pay out their ass to get rides from Uber. But if, you got the money to do that, then so be it. But I was going to get myself a job, and due to the fact that I had that stupid, dumb past, I'm not proud of, but it had happened for self-defense reasons. They went further back on my criminal history, and now I am not able to work due to my violent crimes towards the public back in the day, and Uber would not hire me. The government sent me that. I do have some issues, I will admit. But that's why I am doing and running a channel. Because in ways, there are ways for you to change. There are ways for you to take back your life. And there's ways there, that I am doing, to try and make people aware of stuff like in my case. Especially if you have self-defense on your record. Which, a man came down and home invaded my home and wanted to hit me and my father with a baseball bat, mind you. And I literally took my self-defense a little bit too beyond the limits of exaggeration, but what is done is done, and I have no regrets. But, other times there was stuff in self-defense that I should have took other actions, but I didn't. But this one was serious enough that I was in fear for my life and put the man in critical condition. Not proud of it, but whatever. When you have someone coming down, home invasioning your home, I'm sure anybody would take actions to try and defend or save their family from a violent act. A perfect example. Now, what if this person would have felt sorry for trying to come down and kill me or my father? And what if he would have got a GoFundMe back then? I mean, this happened in 1996, mind you. Many, many years ago. And, well, I would like to have seen if GoFundMe was back then, and this guy, because he lost his work, because of his stupidity and drunkenness, his own self, trying to come down and kill a person, but yet got his ass handed to him. What people would have felt back then? The feel for people with a killer instinct. Two rights don't make a wrong. I shouldn't have done what I did, but you know what? The circumstances were just far too blown out of proportion that I had no time to think of what I was doing. I do regret having done it, but I have no regrets, because if your life is in danger, what would you do? If you had a bat swinging at you full force, leaving you with bruises and almost broken bones, and who knows if I didn't defend myself, what would have happened? Then, I leave you with that thought. I could have been brain damaged. I could have been hit in the spine and paralyzed for life. All the things that I could come up with would make you think twice. But anyways, I have kids now. I have grown out of my immaturity of the past. I have taken a 17-year alcoholic, anonymous drinking binge. And the Alcohol Anonymous is my children. And through that piece of my life, directly in the rubbish where it belongs, to better my life, to try and better my kids' life, but with their own disabilities and my right. Life is trying to do the best I can, but get gypped and ripped and enslaved by the work and habitats that I have in the past, led me to not be able to survive these days and times. But if I was to get a YouTube channel, which I have, fund it, and get some donations and build it up, because now YouTube has cut my monetization. Last month I would have broken my threshold to start getting paid and to bring forth the passion that I love to do, that I've spoke of in the beginning of this video, but yet that my dreams have been smashed by YouTube because of a dumb, stupid idiot named Logan Paul. going to Japan and disrespecting their culture and their suicide forest. If you want to read up on that, I advise you to check it out of what I'm talking about. And he literally had damaged anybody like myself from getting any more monetization or trying to get paid unless you break 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 minutes of watch time. And it's just disgustingly disturbing that YouTube would do this, because it has left a lot of broken people, including myself, to now have the fight and battle to try and stay above water in how they're going to get rated on their YouTube channel. But yet, this is what I'm passionate to do. I've had a thing for history all my life. Once you get into, if you want to check out my channel, Terriful site, you will have very deep cutted videos of, I do get a little bit crazy on the comedy stuff. Not suitable for children, but not dirty enough to make my channel be, but it is funny humor that people would need a laugh for, I guarantee. But I get real down into history, political views also, and I love to do my ghost hunting, which I have found stuff on camera, film, and everything by one man, one camera. And to make stuff of believers and to give my own political view of what this world in the United States, is very eruptive. But to even think of having all this done, if you want to check out this story, of course, here's the wife with her child. She made it very, very well to the hospital. I grant her very best wishes. But for your husband to do what he has done and then come here to try and cover up his past is not right. No. And then you get funded money. Yes, I could see helping you for the baby, but if that goes on legal fees to help your husband get out of jail and he has killed somebody in a homicide, that's not right. A person struggling like me, trying to get my head above water, and I want to make a difference in the world. I tell you, I want to try the best I can to make a difference in this world and not have stories like this come up. And just, literally fund people. That's why I want to make a lot of money too, because I want to help fund people in the right direction. I want to help fund people like me in my distressed time and see what I can do for the best way I can. And that's what this fundraiser is for. I want to try and help the way I can and not have imbeciles like this ruin the statue of our Constitution and make it crooked as it already is. Simple things for simple minds, simple reasons. But I hope anybody that watches this, and I'm going to figure out how to put up the link in the description box on this video, and I hope everybody can help me raise for a cause and raise for the reasons that need to be done the correct way. And me, I have so much potential to do what I can and help the way in ways that I want to try and help. I hope this blows up so I can get that time and get the money to bring a different view to the world. But anyways, I will highly appreciate the donations. And I want to make sure I properly do things. So I want to try and make a better future. Really. Get everybody with their thoughts and theories on this world. Oh, Trump lets America make it great again. You know what? I'm going to see what I can do the best way I can with my street smarts to make America great again, or better, even just a little bit tad. See what I can do. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. If anybody does give out donations, I highly appreciate it. And I guarantee once the money and I break through YouTube, and I don't usually give out a promise, a guarantee, but each and every one of you that put out money and donations to my channel, when I break through to YouTube and start getting paid, I'm going to try my damnedest to give each and every one of you people your money back to you. That's what I want to do too. Give the money back. I just need this to fund me now so I can get around and do what I need to do. And once that breaks through, I want to at least give you your money back. And hell, maybe I'll throw in a few extra for my gratitude and my thankfulness. Until that, I leave a huge salute to anybody out there suffering and going through stuff. And watch out for this stuff, man, because this stuff just drives me crazy. I want to make a change in this world, not do illegal things. Thank you. Out.